Here's the third part of the best movies about loneliness and depression worldwide. Check out the description for the complete list, and for the review you can watch the video.
I will be dying,
Synecdoche, New York.
and so will you. And so will everyone here.
One of the most perfect way to depict depression through films, I think, is by extraordinary writing and performance, or by doing something like this. Synecdoche, New York don't have a narrative, it's a follow-up to its character and inside their head. Synecdoche, New York is more like a poem to experience and feel, rather than watching and understanding that you might can do in the first watch.
When are we going to get an audience in here? It's been 17 years.
Basically, it's the story of a man with a wife and a daughter all of a sudden waking up one morning afraid, and later getting more fearful day by day, wondering of his death and self-diagnosing various diseases.
I think I have blood in my stool.
It's hard to realize which scenes are real and which one is in his head, but one thing I can assure, this film from nowhere is pretentious. It's extraordinarily written that shares the deep sadness of a human being with so much heart that succeeded more by one of career-best performance by Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Get off! It's my daughter! That's my daughter! Get off!
Though about loneliness and a man so much self-piteous, this is a film which, if you let in as the non-describable uncertainties of life, you will get a transcendence experience and so much relatable loneliness vibes.
I will have someone play me to delve into the murky, cowardly depths of my lonely, fucked up being.
Oslo, August 31st. Oslo, August 31st is a Norwegian film about a young man who have recently got clean of his addiction and finds it hard to cope up in the world as nothing near him feels good. Set in one day, not 31st August but the day before, this film is one of the most calmful yet deeply impactful character study. My favorite moment from this film is when our protagonist meets a girl at a party who tells him about her desires in life and what she wants to do, which is quite a long list full of hope and so much engrossment. And our protagonist listens to her desires with a little smile in his face, clears out the dark phase of depression that make a person different from others, not by nature but by desires. He realizes that he has no hope in his life like she does. His life is messed up to its core and he sees nothing and truly succeeding. Even though our protagonist haven't always given up, he tried coping up, meeting people, getting into job interviews, but the result came as a failure. Even being a tale of sadness, Oslo, August 31st is so much immensely beautiful and so much true to itself. Melancholia. Lars von Trier's Melancholia is separated into two stories of two sisters. In one, Justine, one of the sisters, played by Kirsten Dunst, a depressed woman getting married. On the other one, it's more incited to the other sister, Claire, finding herself in a hard situation to cope up with an upcoming apocalypse.
The earth is evil. We don't need to grieve for it. What? Nobody will miss it.
Melancholia is a slow burn. It has so much realistic depiction of depression, as all of a sudden going to sleep in the middle of marriage, or the unbearable pain, losing the taste of foods, even your favorite ones, or not being able to happy on the whole world dying. I am, to be honest, in love with Kirsten Dunst since this film, though barely seen her in many other films. This performance was one of the best I seen in my life, and it's always so hard to portray depression in performance. Moreover, the writing wasn't so extraordinary that she didn't have to make an effort. Just like Synecdoche, New York, I would also attach Melancholia as a poetry on depression that is barely soothing but more depressing, that kind of work in the manner of curing your head. The perks of being a wallflower. There are so many reasons why I think this film is so well done, unlike most teenage dramas, but mostly because of its cinematography and place of music.
I know these will all be stories someday, and our pictures will become old photographs. We'll all become somebody's mom or dad. But right now, these moments are not stories. This is happening.
This one captures the color of nostalgia that hardly any other movie I have seen did. This one is about an introverted guy who had his past issues, including a best friend committed suicide, come to his new school and found two step siblings who are seniors and make friends with them. And through them his life kind of take a turn and he starts seeing life from different aspects.
You see things and you understand. You're a wallflower.
So I think this is the first film I've ever seen that had connected with me and gave me so many relatable vibes. Though if I wouldn't relate to it, I would still appreciate this film because of so many things: the characters, their stories, the writing, and above all the atmosphere. That's the big greatness of this movie. Short Term 12. There are not many films I think should have lasted forever. Short Term 12 is one of them. I couldn't really accept when it ended. That felt like all of a sudden. But whatever it contained in its little runtime of an hour and 36 minutes was, in one word, perfect. Short Term 12 centers on a teenagers rehabilitation center with not many members and the everyday lives with the depressed teenagers and the owner of the place and their love story. Short Term 12 is like a long hug when you are deeply sad. It's one of those movies that doesn't try hard to do or show something but still gets succeed in a huge manner. The performances from everyone was extraordinary, especially Lakeith Stanfield, Brie Larson and Kathleen Dever. The cinematography with the shaky camera works truly good in here for portraying messiness of the characters and the everyday struggles faced by these staffs who are so kind and lovable. That's all. Hook onto the channel by subscribing, share your opinion in the comment box if you have any. Also, you can get me in other social media handles from the links in the description. Till then, bye and check out the older videos.